Hey, how's it going, Taco fam? Today I'm here with a quick combo video. This is gonna involve Nadir Servant and Aluber. So these are three random cards in our hand, so none of those are gonna really matter. So we're gonna go Aluber effect. We're gonna search the Brain Diffusion. We know this is gonna get Ash, so we're gonna show you what happens when you do get Ash. We're gonna activate the fusion, say it got Ash. Now we go Nadir Servant. So Nadir Servant, we're gonna send Sprint here, and we're gonna search Albaz. So I know they don't really seem like that much, but at least during the end phase you can do a lot of crazy stuff. So at this point, I know it's gonna sound weird, we're gonna go straight to end phase. So we're gonna go end phase effect. We're gonna special the kit. We're gonna activate kit's effect. For this combo, you do need to be playing a high spirits. I only play one in this build anyway. And since we're still in end phase, we're gonna activate. We're gonna reveal the Albaz that we searched earlier. Then we're gonna send the Albion. Here you can search Mercarrier because that's gonna give you some advantage during your opponent's turn. And then since we're still in end phase, we're gonna activate Albion and we're gonna set the red if I could find it. So we're set red. So we have 4 cards left in our hand. We're gonna pretend like they were just blanks. This seems like a mediocre board, but this has a lot of layers of disruption. And depending on your hand, if you didn't want to set red or you already had it, you could have set Retribution so that you could put these 2 fusions back. But we're gonna say during their turn, we're gonna activate, we're gonna target the Albaz. That's why it's important to get the Albaz, because we already want to be able to have a target for red. And we couldn't reliably get this in the grave, but it's just better for this anyway. So now we could either go for a Chimera, or we can try to go for like a Lubellion play. So, or a Rimbrum. So if we want to interrupt them, we're just gonna say that, oh, we're gonna go for a Chimera. We can go for a Chimera for 2 or for 1. So if they go Summon Fenrir, you don't want them to get the search, or Unicorn, we could just go ahead and just try to clear it. So we're just gonna banish these 3. And then we can make Chimera. Or we can go target this. We're gonna add this to our hand before they even do anything. So like during their draw phase, add this back. We're gonna banish these 2. It doesn't matter if you want to get rid of the Aluber, that's fine too. So now we can go Lubellion, ditch one of those random cards, and then we could put this back, and we could put this back into the deck. And then that's another way we make Mirror Jade. So now, even though we got stopped with Ash and we don't know what the other cards in our hand would have been, we at least have a banish and we have a Mercarrier for negate. So now I'm gonna do like a little quick test hand to see what we can do if we do get ashed, or we'll see what happens with this. So it's all gonna be freestyled, so it's gonna be pretty quick for the most part. Some of the hands could be very intricate. You could do a bunch of different stuff depending on what your opponent does could determine a lot too. So we're just gonna do a 5-card hand. So this hand right here, this is actually pretty good. It's a lot of layers. So what I would do here, so since we open white and we open the dragons, specifically Albaz, we can do a bunch of plays. But here's like a little bit into the mind whenever I look at hands like these. I'm trying to see what do I want to get to. Because if I want to start with this just to try to bait out an Imperm or something, then we could try that play, because we still want to try to get this off. So we can do here what I suggest. We can just normal summon this in this situation, use the effect. Yes, we have to put a card back, but that is okay. So I kind of like getting fusion here, because that's like the most standard play. But there's obviously another option. You could try this. You could try the high spirits if you like, or you can get fusion. We're gonna leave fusion to the side as well to see what kind of routes we could go with. For this one, we'll definitely go here. So now during resolution, we're just going to activate. We're going to reveal the Albaz. So we can send this if we want, or any other dragon in this situation. But I would go this. So now we search our extender. So now we get Cartesia to our hand. So we're just going to put Fusion in the deck for now. And we still also have this live as well. So now we go activate Cartesia to special. Now we can use Cartesia effect to fuse. We're going to summon Dust Dragon. So Dust Dragon, in this situation, I would just always like send from the extra deck, because you want to get as much benefits as you can. So in this situation, probably send like Mer Carrier, but if you didn't open the Dogmatica engine, you can also go for the Titan Clad. And since we opened the kit, we don't need to send this, unless we just want to have a throwaway fusion. So I'll probably just send this so we can get a Mer Carrier later. Then we can still activate white. So if you don't want to get the Mer Carrier now, you don't have to. But since we got this play going, what we can do is this. We can make Lubellion here. And now we can go Lubellion effects. And now we can make Jade this way. So we're going to make Jade here. So we still got one card left in hand. Obviously, we know it's Nadir Servant. But so far, we got a lot of in-phase effects that we can do now. But we're not going to do them just yet. So in this situation, we can go Nadir Servant just to get a free send. So what I would probably do here, don't want to send another Albion, so we could just send the Sprint if we want, just to have a fusion monster in the grave. Or in this situation, since we want to get as many benefits during the end phase as possible, we just go for this. And this is all without using Branded Fusion. So now we're going to search another Albaz, because Albaz could definitely be very important to a lot of these plays. Or if we didn't want to go for this play, because we don't plan on using Branded Fusion, we can just add back the Ecclesia from the graveyard. So now we go activate Ecclesia special, activate the effect, because we're locked anyway. We're going to add this Fleur-de-Lis here. Then we're going to proceed to end phase. So we still have Mirror Jade live. We can still tag if you play a target. In this version, my main targets are usually these. So most times if I go for a Branded Red play, I usually banish this off to make Mirror Jade. So we're going to start with this. We're going to use Cartesia to add herself back. Then we're going to go Brigand effect. We're going to search the Mer Carrier. And now we're going to search a follow-up. So now we can search the Branded Fusion, which we didn't even need to use at all during this whole turn. And then we still have Albion. So now here's the trick. So since we have no Despias or no Albaz, obviously red or banishment won't be good here. And you don't want to force enable it, but you can either go for this, so you can still play through Eclipse, or you can go for the counter trap. What I would suggest is probably this, because if you don't go for this and say they do have Eclipse, all these interruptions in your hand are gone. So I would just set this. And then that's just the hand. So this seems pretty good right now. But yes, if you have any other questions, anything that you like, if you learned something, let me know. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Peace, Taco fam.